It's August, and right now we're feeling the effects of what summer should be. Nice heat, not too hot, but just enough to remind you it is August. And it's almost the end of summer. School will start back this week, so I have to get ready for my time for the next school year to show up in classrooms and say, hey, I'm back. But this is going to be a very serious subject. I just thought I would start off with something light because what I'm about to tell you is going to be serious and it's going to be a very disheartening subject that I'm going to talk about. But it's something that needs to be said based on what we are seeing right now. And I wish I could have happier news for you. I wish I can tell you something enlightening, something positive, something that will help you see the different angle of things going on. But I'm just going to start off by just saying that everything you're seeing right now, everything that you're feeling, every story that comes up that's disheartening to you, everything that is happening in this nation, in this world, is just the beginning. Was it the beginning of? I'll let you decide what is it the beginning of. But I can tell you that the end of the story for a good number of us is not going to end well. In fact, based on where we are in our lives, it probably won't end well at all. Now I could tell you, there's ways that we can get out of this, but based on the fact that right now we're convinced in this moment in time, this present day, by influences that are in our control, but we decide to let them take over, by entities who have everything they ever want, trying to convince you and I that we're in danger of losing whatever it is we're in danger of losing of. But we're even seeing our leaders, advocate for things that are not realistic, but they create these alternative facts and these alternative stories and these alternative realities to make us feel as if what is happening is actually happening. For example, if you happen to look upon not even a city, well, a city, and understand that that city has not had an issue with crime in the past several years, and now you see swarms of military personnel over the city day and night, only because the leader in chief asked them to be there to combat whatever it is that you want to combat: crime, homelessness, whatever the case may be. We're living in a time when people are just not like they were. 60 years ago, you had a movement, and that movement of people sought one thing. They were sick and tired of being treated as third-class citizens, and they did something about it. They went out to the streets, they protest, did not throw any bottles or Molotov cocktails at police officers. No, that's the other story that they want you to believe happened. But it was a movement that was shrouded in peace, led by a man who believed in peace. After things had started to move in the right direction, the man was assassinated. Often the case with people that try to speak truth to power. And now we're 2025, which is the name of a certain project that's going around and changing our very lives and the way we treat each other these days. But I have to ask you, with all these things happening, with all these things just swirling around us seems to be every day, every hour, every second. Was this what you wanted last year when you had a chance to choose for the leader that you wanted? Was this what you dreamed of? Have you felt safer? Have your neighbors felt safer? Or have they felt besieged by just the negativity that's around them? Do they feel comfortable? Do they feel secure, safe? Yeah, I know. I have a discussion with a family member, and we talk about these issues all the time. And yes, they may not like what the other side has to offer, and that's understandable because the other side definitely is a part of the reason why we're in the mess we're in right now. There are no ways to escape it. Both wings are at fault here. And we are led to this simply because we stopped thinking about what means a lot to us. What we stopped thinking about the common man, the common woman, the person who needs help. We stopped thinking about them and started thinking about us. We like the celebrity. The news was too boring. Information was too boring. All the shows that were late night information shows had to be switched to more entertainment type fare shows, and we like that. We like the circuses along with the bread, right? Toast the bread, give us an extra set of circuses. We're cool, we good. Except it didn't turn out that way. Now we find that even the circuses are being torn down. Why? Because you talked about Nero, and Nero did not like you making fun of him. Yes, he's playing his fiddle as Rome is burning, but at the same time, he can throw a little curse word at you while he's tearing down your circus. This is the time we're living in. The Roman Empire, probably the strongest empire in the history of mankind, also crumbled and fell under its own weight. We're at that moment in time now where the United States of America is crumbling under its own weight and committing self-suicide. No question about it. Yes, this country is a great country. Yes, this country affords opportunities other nations do not have. But when you go around and still haven't solved the major issues of what has been forever, considering the man's color instead of the content of his heart. If you're looking at the nationality and say, hey, those people from that country over there, they're causing all the problems, instead of focusing on, hey, how can I be a neighbor to them? How can I welcome them if they're taking the right steps to become citizens of this country? Then how can I be a neighbor of those people who are just now citizens? And what can I do to help them in the steps to become one of us? We stopped caring. We have stopped doing a lot of things. It's easy to blame that man in Washington, D.C. It's easy to blame that party in Washington, D.C. But I will have to ask each and every one of us, when you look into that mirror every single morning, why is it so hard to blame yourself? Why is it so hard for you to blame yourself for the mess that we're in today? Why is it so hard for us to admit that we're the ones who created this catastrophe to happen? the falling of our American empire. Why don't we look at ourselves and why don't we look ourselves in the mirror and be critical of ourselves? Why? Because we feel like we're not at fault. It's not my fault. I didn't choose that guy. Okay. It's not your fault. It's not your fault for listening to voices in this medium who tell you that something is wrong here. And it's because of the past guy's fault. I mean, I don't want to be political. I'm just trying to be objective in this and just kind of reach out and say, why are we in this predicament? If I could end this right now, and I guarantee in the comment section, someone who feels a particular way, who has absorbed all of the Kool-Aid, who has listened to all of the rhetoric and the propaganda, they'll be the ones to spew a nasty comment below. There may be some of you who will do that if you feel so inclined, which I don't think you should, but I'm not in charge of that. I want everyone to realize one thing. I want us all to understand one thing. Why is it that we are at war with each other in 2025? Why is it that we are against each other right now? Why do these rich guys can just go along and live their lives and marry people that who they see is attractive, and why do these rich folks want to control everything that means a lot to a city and act as if you don't count? That's what you really should pay your attention to, right? The rich cats. But the rich cats have their hands in so many cookie jars, it's hard. I mean, I can tell you, boycott this and boycott that, but then they have their hands in some other pot. A pot that's just as good that you want to taste. But you realize they have that pot too. That's why I said that we should all look ourselves in the mirror and understand that we're the ones to blame, because we keep giving these individuals the power through our dollars, through our support, through our usage of said products. We give them the power, and they laugh at us. They're probably laughing at me right now, but they're laughing at us because they know they have that power, and they're not afraid to use it. They were not afraid at all to write out this agenda that is now being implemented across the country. That's how much they hate all of us, and we're the ones to blame for that. When someone you know out and out hates you, the worst thing you could ever do is go along and follow what they do, follow what they say. Believe that they have your back, they have your side. And if you listen to the sycophants who believe, oh, he's not that bad, or she's not that bad, then blame yourself for that too. Because as a mature man, woman, young person, you should know better. We all should know better, myself included. And we keep falling into the trap day in and day out. The Lord gave us one mind, and it is our responsibility to keep our mind centered and balanced. That heart should always be consistent to what you believe is the right course to go in life and for the people around you. When it is changed because the ears are tickled, that is a very dangerous sign that anyone can tickle your ears, and guess what? You're caught under the influence sound. And not only that, it's the reason why we refuse to go into that mirror and look at ourselves and say, what have I done? We feel like, oh, it's their fault. It's the other guy's fault. It's that person's laugh. It's that person's cackle. No. I wish I had a better outcome for us all, but I can only tell you that this is the beginning. And it will end in a multitude of ways, but I think the ultimate end is that there is no happy ending. This is what I wanted to share with you. I hope that I'm wrong. I pray that I'm wrong. But right now, you look outside, you watch the news, you hear people talk to each other. You know that beginning is going to hurt, just like the end. If you like to hear more essays like this, not all are hard-hitting like this, please don't forget to subscribe and like, and click the banner above to see what I'm doing, my works, uplifting, besides this one. And please support best you can. And just want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Have a good day, evening, or week, wherever you are. And always in closing, take care.